Good morning, my dear channel followers. English with Mr. Aziz Zuhail from A to Z. You are welcome to follow this video. Today, I want to speak about writing. This is a great opportunity for you to enrich your potential and improve your writing skills. Here is a sample to follow. The topic is, in the last years, women's conditions and roles have changed a lot in Morocco. At home, at work, in politics, etc. Alright? An essay about women's conditions and roles, both in the past and the present. So let's see the introduction. Moroccan women used to have limited roles because of male domination and cultural misconceptions. However, they have managed to become reliable contributors in various fields in recent years. In this essay, it is important to shed light on the following considerations: family environment, access to education, and citizenship rights. So what do we have in the introduction? We have two statements here. The first statement is that we speak about the first statement in relation to the past, because we used to express a habit in the past. So here it refers to the first condition related to women in the past. Then we use the linking word, which is however, to express contrast. So here in the introduction, we have the contrast between the past and we have the contrast between the present. And here in second statement, especially after however, we use the present perfect. And you know the present perfect, all the time it begins in the past and it refers to the present. It goes on till the present. And in this essay, we are going to discuss 3 points related to the past and the present. This is what we say. We are going to have a contrast in our essay. Let's see the first one, which means we are going to discuss family environment. First, the bulk of household chores was formerly a heavy responsibility. So please, concerning the first paragraph, try to write a topic sentence, which means you are going to speak about family environment. And when we speak about family environment here, we refer to the domestic activities that women used to work or used to fulfill every day. In most socioeconomic settings, women were very busy. They worked for long hours without boredom, exhaustion, and complaint. So here we have one sentence. Both of them, they are linked with the use of colon. So the use of colon here serves to explain. It means that the second one, which is the work for long hours, explains the first one, which is in most economic settings, women were very busy. So this is the first one. Then we have a household chores and caregiving are striking instances. So here this is an example in order to reinforce an idea try to use an examples. So examples, they are very important in writing. Now we move to the second one. Especially, we refer to the present in contrast. So past and now present. Women's domestic burden has changed immensely, largely. As we often witness nowadays, hundreds of families hire maids, which means now they have maids at home. They fulfill and they work at home and they fulfill their daily needs. Hire maids to fulfill daily home tasks, which means activities, tasks. Besides, another idea that we are going to add, technology has facilitated their roles, fortunately. So here, concerning the second one related to the present, we have two sentences. The first one, we refer to the domestic burden, which means the activities that women have at home, and then we explain it using two ideas. The first one, they have maids at home, and number two, technology has played its role here. Then we move to the second one. So second, female education was inaccessible many decades ago. All the time we begin with a topic sentence, a short sentence, in order to preview the reader what you are going to talk about. They were not allowed to attend schools. So I explained this female education. In this connection, lack of education curtailed their full integration and active participation. It means that lack of education was an obstacle for women not to have full integration into society, and number two, they didn't have what we call active participation. They did not participate a lot. And where? In Morocco in general, and especially here in rural areas, because in rural areas job opportunities are rare, they are scarce. Now we move to the present. On the other hand, there are more voices and actions that serve to empower women today, which means lots of people protest, lots of people complain, lots of people defend women's conditions. And there are lots of practical actions that serve to help women be empowered. Thus, they get diverse job opportunities. And here I have given some examples of job opportunities like teaching, engineering, and medication. Why? Thanks to their abilities, qualifications, and skills, which means that women nowadays are not like their sisters in the past. Now they are educated, they are cultivated, they have abilities, they have qualifications, they have skills. So all the time there is an analogy, there is a contrast. between the past and the present. Third, women hardly enjoyed freedom, autonomy, and decision-making within a family circle. So here we speak about some specific rights in relation to freedom, autonomy, and decision-making in the past. Because we use the verb enjoyed, regular verb. Indeed, they were subordinators, which means they depend on man. So they depended on a man, and they were not independent, autonomous, and subject to social restrictions, means they did not have freedom. On the contrary, related to the present now, they currently means presently, stand on equal feet. They are the same, like men. Like their fellow man, this is number one, equality. Moreover, they have full citizenship rights. Their rights, they have achieved them. Equally important, something that we are going to state, and it is the same concerning importance. They achieve recognition, which means now they become famous. They become, people know their conditions. You can find them, for example, as teachers, as engineers, as lawyers. Then, self-improvement, they have improved themselves, and at the same time they assert, they prove that they deserve what they have now. In manifold fields, in different domains, despite the increased pressure they undergo, which means there is pressure. There are some people who are against them, and despite this, they have achieved a lot of things in their lives. Overall, now the conclusion. Women have been facing several obstacles in Morocco. So here we use the present perfect continuous, have been facing, which means that it is a long action, because here we focus on the duration, and it begins, or it began in the past, and it goes till the present. But they have succeeded in excelling, that is to say, they excel and participating in their society advancement and growth. So, please, when you want to have a good sample, number one, you should follow strategies and techniques related to writing skills. You should have a topic sentence, and you should know how to write supporting sentences, that you say how you are going to convince the reader. And number three, you should not forget the conclusion, because this is an essay. We speak about introduction, we speak about the body, and we speak about the conclusion. Okay, concerning the body, in each paragraph, we begin with a topic sentence, which means the main idea of each paragraph. Concerning paragraph, we speak about the body here. 3 paragraphs, the first and second and the third. Okay, also, you should use linking words. For example, in contrast, thus, on the other hand, indeed, equally important, moreover. And number 3, don't forget transitions. First, second, third. Overall, they are very important. And the last technique that you should use, please pay attention to punctuation. Don't forget that punctuation is the art of writing. If you know how to use punctuation rules or marks in your writing, believe me, you are going to have a good mark. So these are the elements that you should focus on every time you want to write. Techniques and strategies of writing, the steps that you should follow. Then try to use linking words. And then you start to use transitions in order to enumerate your paragraphs. This is the first paragraph, the second paragraph, the third paragraph, especially related to the body and the conclusion. And then give examples to reinforce your ideas and to convince your reader about the importance of what you are writing. And then don't forget punctuation. It is really very important. So this is just a sample to follow, okay? And to enrich your vocabulary and to know these techniques that students should follow in writing. The writing sample is over now. See you in the next video. Thanks.
Hey, ما تنساوش تلايكيو لاباج ديالنا في الفيسبوك وتابوناو عندنا في لاشين يوتيوب. ميرسي.